Have you ever had a YouTube controversy? Have you ever had...
This week, it's...
we knew about that one, and we want to talk about that, yeah? So go on, sorry.
But before that, my other one was... it was... Weirdly enough, I've got through a lot of things where I've made risky jokes, and it's been fine. I did a sketch about trying to sell the Madeleine McCandle. So it was a candle with Madeleine McCann on.
Mate, I love it out. Like, even though you're not doing stand-up anymore, that's exactly how all comics think. They're like, oh, I've had a thought. That works as wordplay. Except most of us are such pussies. We're like, yeah, I can't say that at the Frog and Bucket in Manchester. And you're like, yeah, get the camera rolling.
Oh, yeah.
Tell a story.
So the worst part of that was, so the reaction was fine to it, you know, built my audience. But then the worst part was my printer wasn't working. So my mates were at work and they were having to use the printer to print off Madeleine McCann's face with no context and then stick it on a Yankee Candle. So that was fine. So weirdly enough, yeah, I got through that. No issue. But I always had this running joke for about 2 years or so where my mate made a video where he'd get people on Fiverr to do certain things. And one of them was he paid this dog to carry around the sign, Stephen tries as a ginger nonce. It was a really cute dog. It was quite funny. I was watching it, I was like, oh, don't let this be my legacy. And then he had such a big following that they just kept commenting on all my videos. It became a running joke. I sort of thought, right, if they're going to make the joke, I'll do it before them. So I kept doing it. And then realised they're just going to keep repeating what I say now because they're not really thinking, oh, it's dead. They just enjoyed it and ran with it. So I just sort of had this, you know, ginger nonce thing. People would shout it in the street. I just wave thumbs up.
Just own it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being like an old woman at the bus stop and seeing go, you ginger nonce, and then the nonce goes, nice one, lads, cheers. That's me, ginger nonce Steve.
We get a picture.
Things have changed. I mean, before they just used to work on the BBC, but now they're everywhere. I'm proud of it.
Gingers, that is. And so I had this brand deal, which is a rare treat for me, and it was with TikTok, and they put it on like the main page of YouTube, and all the comments like, hey, the ginger nonce is on it, and then.
You can't really have a rep as a nonce and then end up on TikTok, can you? Like,
no. So, because it's based in China, the people that own TikTok were
pedophilia.
They were just translating. Really honed it.
I would love to be a fly on the wall at TikTok HQ.
Oh God, yeah.
And they were like, "What is a nonce?"
So that they translated it word for word and just went,
"I got away with it."
Yeah, he's Then they called the company that got me involved in the ad and go, why have you got a paedophile on board here? So they went, right, can you just explain to them that you're not a paedophile? I was like, what? I'm not in jail, am I? I'm not a paedophile.
Explain to them that you're not a paedophile. How can you do that in more than one sentence?
Yeah.
I'm not a paedophile, you know. No, but what do you mean by that?
Yeah. Do you imagine me having to fly to China for a face-to-face? Hello, Mr. Tries. Are you a pedo? No.
So what did you do? Did you have to ring them or something?
So I was just fuming, and then they dropped me from it, and I was gutted because I was like, I'm not a paedophile. And the company that obviously got me on board then had to just pay me, and they lost whatever fee they got for that.
You got paid off for not being a pedo.
Yeah.
What the fuck has the internet done to the world?
I don't know. It's a strange place.
I've been called a nonce so many times on this podcast. That honestly, I've been called. And Adam, we were talking about. I've got a kid, and we were talking about just being at home. And like Adam was like, I can't believe you're naked in front of your daughter sometimes. She's like 3.5. And you're like, yeah, because if you're in charge and you're having a shower and she's in the house, you can't shut a door because they're mental. They're dangerous. What did Jason Manford call all kids under the age of 4 are like suicidal midgets? And for the awkwardness of like being semi-naked or naked in front of your kid, you can't just be like, all right, you go there, I'm going there. And I was telling Adam that and he was like, I feel weird about this. It's like, what do you mean? I was like, he was like, I think it's because I've called you a nonce. so many times on this podcast that now talking about you being naked in front of your daughter feels fucking weird. The joke weirdly does get in your head, doesn't it? Bit noncy.
Yeah, because like, I just don't think it's a bad rule of thumb to never have your dick out when a kid's in the room.
But to the point where we mentioned this about 3 weeks ago, and I was like, yeah, but you show your daughter your dick. I'm like, no, it's different. Sometimes I'm naked. Sometimes she's in the vicinity. I'm not like, enter, morning, stop crying.
Fucking hell. That out of context page is going to be done, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, do you know, going back to the Maddie thing, do you know I was a manager in hot water?
Yeah.
Do you know we do deep cleans?
Yeah.
To finish
Found
it.
her.
Well, yeah. So I'd print 8 pictures of Madeleine McCannoff and hide around the bar. And if you didn't do your job, you wouldn't find them all. Like, if you cleaned everywhere, you would find all the Maddies. So you couldn't go unless you found the Maddies.
I mean, that is... Why have you never told me that before? I've got so much more respect for you now than I had 5 seconds ago.
Yeah, I found 7 Maddies. Well, you can't fucking go on them, can you?
God.
She's under the fridge or something.
God.
Dragon Ball McCann. You gotta get them all.
Yeah.
Good God.
What sorts of places would you put them in? Like, behind the fridges and that?
Yeah, like places where you should be deep cleaning. Places where you wouldn't think to clean on a regular.
Yeah.
I found 8 Maddies I can get off.
Portuguese apartment.
That's what the parents did about the staff there. We've made complaints, but now we're going to hard our daughter, see if you find her. But she is dead, though. So,
So okay.
That's her.
Hashtag gone too soon.